The Dallas Cowboys have wrapped up their first week of training camp out in Oxnard, California. From a camp holdout to one of the corners getting paid, it was an eventful first week, as it usually is with the Cowboys. For a preview of what's on Instant Replay tonight, let's head out to Oxnard, California, where Larry Ramirez is keeping up the harbor seals out there at the marina.
Actually, they're probably going to be keeping me up because they certainly make a lot of noise, Tim, but they are oh so cute. So the Cowboys held their opening press conference on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday they hit the field for the very first time. Now, camp really got underway officially with the opening ceremonies on Saturday, and that's when Cowboys team owner Jerry Jones practiced something in front of a packed house.
Mayor, hand this trophy to me again. I want to practice how I'm going to handle the Super Bowl trophy.
Pretty funny moment there, and the last time Jerry did that for real was in January of 1996 when the boys won Super Bowl 30, and since then, nothing. Tonight we go one-on-one with Jerry, and we asked him, is this the team to end their Super Bowl drought, and what message does he have for the Cowboys faithful in San Antonio? Plus,
I am going to lessen my interception numbers. That is a guaranteed.
and now that Dak Prescott has guaranteed he will throw less interceptions, do you think he will have less of them in the 2023 season? That's our instant replay poll question tonight. Outside of saying that, well, it was a pretty quiet week for Dak, who turned 30 years old yesterday. Plus, we're also talking Zach Martin and Trayvon Diggs. David Sears is back in San Antonio, KSAT12. He's going to have Texans camp, the start of our KSAT Pigskin Classic previews, SAFC, and the World Cup. That and much more coming up right after the Nightbeat. Tim?
So good to see Jerry Jones is practicing for the postseason as early as he is. Thank you, Larry. We'll see you in just a bit. Still ahead on the Nightbeat, making a mental health a priority, how the San Antonio Fire Department is doing just that in a year where we've seen deadly fires increase.
Plus, the cost of relaxing by the pool has gone up. Find out why you're putting more money into your pool maintenance this summer. Next.
Mental health, a top priority for the San Antonio Fire Department. That is because this year alone, the number of deadly fires in San Antonio has hit double digits already. 12 people have lost their lives. The night team's Avery Everett shows us how fire officials are helping the first responders.
The kind of calls that we go on are reminiscent of bad scenes from a movie, but it's real.
Every scene stays with San Antonio Fire Chief Charles Hood.
It's very difficult for us to see a lot of the things that we see, and then the expectation is that we get back on that truck.
Especially the one on Winding Oak Drive from Saturday morning.
The call the other night, it affected so many of us because there were kids involved.
SAFD has made mental health a priority this week.
Yes.
Checking in after the deadliest recorded house fire in more than a decade.
Somebody from peer support reached out to every known person that was at that fire scene, and will continue to as long as there's need.
Dr. Melissa Graham runs the intensive in-house wellness program at SAFD, and right alongside her is Slider.
Slider, love. There you go. Just petting him is super soothing.
Chief Hood and Dr. Graham say mental health has been at the forefront of the department for years, using apps and websites to offer support every single day.
Yeah, it's constant check-ins.
But when tragedy starts to stack up, Graham says trauma can sneak in.
Trauma's cumulative. Like, this one might not get you, this one might get you, not this one might not, this one might not. And then this one, which is not really all that different than the other ones, is the one that gets you.
And Hood says staying on top of how his department needs to heal is a top priority.
We put units out of service, we went to visit.
So even if this scene can't be forgotten, firefighters can learn to live with what they've seen. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
And starting this Friday, Dr. Graham says she'll take Slider the dog to one fire station every week. Fire Station 1 is scheduled to be the first stop.
A young girl from Honduras was found in Texas days after her mother passed away. Border agents near Eagle Pass say they found the little girl after 3 women helped her cross over the Rio Grande. She was traveling to the U.S. to be reunited with her mother, but it was discovered the girl's mother passed away just 3 days earlier. Authorities have not said what will happen to that child.
Police near Fort Worth have released dramatic footage of its officers pulling a man out of a burning car. It happened in White Settlement. Those police responded to a car that slammed into a telephone pole early yesterday morning. The driver got out of the car on his own, but the man in the passenger seat was unconscious and stuck in the car. Responding officers immediately pulling that man out when they got on scene. Both men taken to a hospital. We're told they are both expected to survive. Officers still investigating what led up to that fiery crash. Around America, the Biden administration is launching a website for its new student loan repayment plan. This comes weeks after the Supreme Court rejected the president's effort to completely eliminate student debt for millions of borrowers. Students can now access the site and apply for the new program, which could lower monthly payments for some borrowers and reduce the amount they pay back over the lifetime of their loans. Student loan payments have been on pause for years now due to the pandemic, but they are set to resume in October. The website will be fully functional next month.
A 30-year-old man is dead and 19 people were sent to the hospital after an overnight shooting in Indiana. Police in Muncie say it all happened at a block party where more than 100 people were in attendance. One witness told police they saw several people carrying and firing guns at that scene. Right now, it's unclear why those people started shooting. Police have yet to make an arrest, and there is still no information about suspects.
To California, where we find a strange story. A bomb squad had to be called after two mysterious packages were parachuted right into a neighborhood. You see what was inside there. Deputies originally responded to the incident and evacuated some people out of their homes. The bomb squad was called, and after investigating, the unit announced those packages were just part of a school science experiment project. Mystery solved. Former President Donald Trump was on the campaign trail this weekend amid mounting legal challenges. An indictment was expected last week against the former president for his role in the January 6 Capitol riots, but special counsel Jack Smith instead filed a superseding indictment related to the charges Trump mishandled classified documents. ABC's Mary Alice Parks explains.
At a rally in Erie, Pennsylvania Saturday night, former President Trump blasting the indictments against him.
These are ridiculous indictments. They want to damage the leading candidate, by the way, leading by far, I have to say.
The former president not only charged with the mishandling of classified documents, but in the superseding indictment handed up Thursday, special counsel Jack Smith charging Trump with obstruction for allegedly ordering two staffers to destroy surveillance video from Mar-a-Lago, all in an effort to hide evidence from prosecutors. Trump's private aide, Walt Nauta, and Mar-a-Lago's property manager, Carlos de Oliveira, also charged in that indictment. Trump could also be facing a possible indictment regarding his role on January 6th and alleged efforts to stay in power after the election. The former president has denied any wrongdoing. Sources tell ABC News the super PAC supporting Trump's campaign has spent more than $40 million on legal costs in just 6 months. Much of that money coming from small dollar donations from Trump supporters.
More is being spent on lawyers than is being spent on television advertising, ground game, staff, all of it combined. This is really now a campaign where he is effectively campaigning to keep from being prosecuted.
Despite his legal challenges, the former president is still leading in the polls in the crowded Republican field. Among his challengers, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley.
I think we need a new leader. I think he was good then. I don't think he's going to be good going forward.
And with less than a month until the first debate, his rivals are challenging Trump to show up.
You owe it to make the case to the people about why you should be president. And at the end of the day, nobody's entitled to a nomination.
Mary Alice Parks, ABC News, Washington.
All right, back here at home, let's go outside with live cam. Not a whole lot going on in around the San Antonio area. And spoiler alert, that is going to be the theme over the next several days. Temperatures still in the low 90s here in town. We'll gradually see those temperatures fall into the upper 70s by wake up time tomorrow. Of course, all of South Central Texas seeing the heat to wrap up the weekend. The final one of July, 102 in Gonzales, the high 104 in Cotulla, 104 out west in Del Rio. In fact, our average temperature so far this month, 89.3. It is the second hottest July right now that we have on record, just below 2022 at 89.8. So we'll keep an eye on that stat as we head into the last day of the month tomorrow and get ready to head into August, because more triple-digit heat still the theme, nearing record highs, potentially even tying them over the next 48 to 72 hours. So we'll definitely monitor that as well. We'll get you a full look at that forecast, plus our sky gazing forecast. Something pretty cool happening in the sky on Tuesday. We'll have those details in just a few, Courtney.
Thank you, Mia. Sticking to the weather theme, still to come on the Nightbeat, the cost of staying cool. For pool owners, it's heading up this summer. Find out why next. Well, this extreme summer heat has us running and diving into the nearest pool. That means pool service crews have to work harder to maintain the water quality. The night team's Patty Santos tells us why owning a pool is costing a little more this year.
On super hot days or just any day here in Texas, it's just, you want to cool off.
Record-breaking heat means a busy summer at San Antonio's 23 city pools.
And anytime anybody's in the water, we're always taking our hourly pool reading.
Veronica Rodriguez with San Antonio Parks and Recs shows us just how quickly they're able to get a water quality reading.
This is going to tell us how much chlorine and how much acid, pH is in this pool that we got here.
She's testing the water at Concepcion Swimming Pool. This test is done by staff hourly at each pool every time it's in use. It takes just a few minutes.
This pool is looking good.
But every city pool is also closed once a week for a complete cleaning.
Our trade staff that will pitch in and they'll come out and they also vacuum our pools. And it also gives time for the pool to just take a break, run through the filters without a heavy bather load.
Rodriguez says it's part of an important process to keep water safe. The cost to upkeep a pool is higher when it's hotter, says Russ Donaldson with Keith Starr's Pools.
As the temperatures warm up, our material costs go up.
The scorching heat evaporates cleaning chemicals and water out of the pool at a faster rate. If home pools are getting a lot of use, Donaldson says quality levels should be checked every other day,
so that they can make sure that the chemicals are in balance, so that you have enough chlorine in the water.
Not surprising, the scorching heat has also brought about a new trend.
We have a lot of people actually looking for chillers, coolers that they can attach that basically chills their water down.
Patty Santos, KSAT12 News.
We were just talking about pets. When the weather is this hot, it's always a reminder that I was walking on the sidewalk the other day and it is scorching. And you got to think about when you're walking your dogs.
Yep.
Top of mind, because it was really hot.
Yeah,
early morning in the shade.
Yeah.
And it's so good, for them to go out on walks. We try to take our dogs out on walks all the time, but we have to go close to sunset even because, yes, the concrete and the asphalt just heats up. So definitely make sure that we are still taking those precautions with all of the fur babies out there as we head into the upcoming week because, yes, the triple-digit near record heat, it is still with us over the next several days. So that is going to be the big story as we kick off the month of August, which of course is historically the hottest month of the year for us here in San Antonio. Again, little silver lining like what we've seen the past couple of afternoons. The humidity does drop. We see some drier air mixed down into the afternoon, so that will help with those feels like temperatures. But with that heat, high pressure still being the main driver of our weather pattern, it's just going to be dry out there as well. No notable rain chances in the forecast, so we'll monitor maybe a slight pattern shift as we head into next week, but still not set in stone. All right, pretty copy and paste yet again as we gear up for your Monday. We're going to start off around 78 here in San Antonio by 7 a.m. Already approaching the 90-degree mark by 11 a.m. And then we've got that forecast high pointed around 103 degrees here in town tomorrow afternoon. 105 in Carrizo Springs, stretching down to Cotulla. 107, the possible forecast high tomorrow there in Laredo. 102 in Kerrville, 104 in New Braunfels, and 104 out east in Gonzales as well. And you can see that that is just going to be what we find each and every afternoon. Tuesday, that high is around 103, 102 Wednesday and into Thursday, and that even stretches into next weekend. Our average high, 97 for this time of year, so we still are about 5 to 6 degrees above that. All right, Tuesday, August 1st, something cool happening in in the south central Texas sky, the first of 2 full moons that we're actually going to find in the month of August is set to rise on the east-southeast horizon. Moonrise is about 8:55 p.m. This is the full Sturgeon moon, and it's actually a supermoon, which means that it's going to appear a little bit brighter and larger when compared to the average full moon. As of right now, it'll be hot out there, but we do have pretty decent viewing conditions in store with mostly clear skies. Thermometers slowly falling into the mid-90s by 9 p.m. and then into the 80s by 11 p.m. Tuesday evening. Already the moon very bright right now as it nears that full moon stage. All right, heat high, you can see where it is right now. We've been talking about the rain-making energy that's just around the center of that high pressure system. Unfortunately, not for us here in south central Texas, but some severe weather is ongoing across the western portions of Missouri and into the northern plains as well. It's where the Storm Prediction Center has a 1, 2 to even 3 out of 5 risk for severe weather through the overnight hours tonight. Of course, nothing like that expected here in San Antonio, and no rain chances to talk about over the next 7 days. All right, in tropical news, because yes, it is still the Atlantic hurricane season, there's a disturbance out in the central Atlantic, now has a high chance for tropical development in the week ahead. That's moving farther up to the north. No issue there for us here in the United States. Another little disturbance off the east coast that's going to be moving away from the eastern seaboard that has a low chance for tropical development. So no issues for us. Of course, we'll continue to keep eyes on that and the triple-digit heat that continues over the next several days. Also want to get you a look at this awesome sunset photo, ending on a good note here. Actually more than one from our friend Taylor McClellan. Just couldn't pick. They're all beautiful.
Very nice.
So pretty. That middle one.
Stunning.
Can't look away.
Yeah.
Great. Thank
Not that you care about high temperature in Cleveland this week. 85.
Rude. Why?
So rude.
So rude. All right, enough. The newest Disney movie tried to scare off Barbenheimer at the box office this weekend. Find out if it worked after the break.
Control the truth. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 made $10.7 million for 5th place in a domestic total of $139 million. Sound of Freedom is close to $150 million domestic after a 4th place weekend worth $12.4 million. Moviegoers found Haunted Mansion moderately spooky. The fright flick debuted in 3rd place with $24.2 million.
Theory will take you only so far.
Oppenheimer stayed strong in 2nd place with a sophomore tally of $46.2 million for a 10-day domestic total of $174 million.
Hi, Barbie!
Hi, Ken!
Audiences continue to think pink. Barbie dominated theaters for a 2nd straight weekend, earning $93 million for a domestic total of $351 million, already the 4th highest grossing film of the year. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Barbie still nuking the competition. The first weekend of Cowboys camp means a celebration and a one-on-one with Jerry Jones.
Yeah, and there's also a lot of excitement just down I-10 in Houston for the Texans. David Sears joins us with more on what's on Instant Replay tonight.
Great time to be at Cowboys camp, not just because it's cool, but there's also this anticipation that this could be the year for the Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl. Tonight on IR, Larry Ramirez will be live from Cowboys camp in Oxnard. Plus, the Texans are back, and San Antonio FC got a historic win thanks to the league leader in goals.
Usually for me, when I see the first one go in, I just get hungry to try and get a couple more, and see if I get 3 more today, so pretty good.
San Antonio forward Tani Oluwalasi had himself a game, broke a couple of franchise records as San Antonio FC continues their fight to get back on top of the Western Conference.
I thought I've been playing pretty well, just trying to build consistency, just chemistry with my teammates, and just try to be a great leader. So those are things I've been working on. I feel like I've done a decent job, trying to get better every day.
The Texans' #1 draft pick hit the field this morning outside of NRG Stadium and talked to the media for the first time in training camp. We're going to tell you who is taking him under their wings. You might be surprised. All that plus the KSAT Pigskin Classic right around the corner, less than just a month away. We're going to get you ready for the big games in the Alamo Dome, starting off with Holy Cross and Antonian. They're going to kick things off on Friday night live right here on KSAT12. And all that is live. It's all next. It's all on Instant Replay. So
live from right here and live from California.
We're live.
All over the place.
Everywhere.
David Sears has got it buttoned down.
We'll be right back.